Hey y'all, how you doing? I'm hanging in there. Sorry I look so rough. I had my therapy today and it was intense. My eyes are puffy from crying, so please excuse me for that. uh, I know when Jasmine was on maternity leave, I had talked about maybe being able to stop my therapy at the end of the year, which is, in the next couple weeks, but I have decided to not do that because as much progress as I've made, there has been one topic that I have 100% avoided in my almost 4 years of talking with Jasmine, and that's been my mother. We've briefly touched on topics of her, but not very much. I've talked extensively about my dad and the grief and my abuse and my depression, my medical issues. We've talked about absolutely everything except my mom. And unfortunately, a lot of my toxic traits come from her. And the emotional damage she caused me. So, as much as I would love to say everything is perfect and I'm fixed and all my toxicity is gone, that would be me lying again and pretending I'm all better, which I'm not. So we are continuing my therapy and going to be delving into my much deeper issues in the coming months, which I'm not really looking forward to, but it will be necessary to finish working out these problems. So, it won't be easy, but that's okay. I don't shy away from the hard stuff, so it'll be all right. It's just very emotionally draining, and I am absolutely exhausted today. But you gotta heal, so to do that you gotta go to those deeper parts that you don't like. So, this was my last session for the season. I've got my sessions all set up for the next. I got 2 of them set up for January, and we've got 1 set up already for February, so we're doing good. So, got a good start for the new year, hopefully. My aunt called me and asked me to come over for Christmas dinner, so I will be going over to her house for dinner. I'm going to be making apple pie for my uncle. Well, they're having dinner with some of his family the night on Christmas Eve, so I'm making a couple apple pies for them for that, and some deviled eggs for that, and then we're just having leftovers the day on Christmas Day, which is perfectly fine. So that'll be nice, and of course I'm talk to my kids and grandbabies for Christmas Day, I'm sure. So that'll be a nice, pretty quiet day that won't be too stressful. My aunt really wants me to see how she's decorated her house. So that'll be fun, I guess. Jasmine wanted to know how I felt about, going over there for Christmas dinner, and I told her I was okay with it, Yeah, because I had, earlier this year I had told her, I had needed to set up boundaries with my aunt, which, I have. We don't talk as often as we used to. Pre-COVID issue 2 years ago, we used to talk almost daily. And then, when she decided to pull that stunt about cutting me off because I wouldn't get the COVID vaccine, since then, I tried keeping contact for a while, but keeping her close was just causing too much turmoil, so I had to set up some boundaries. So now we talk about once every 8 to 10 days, I guess. Well, maybe every week, but it's definitely not like we used to. So I'm okay with the minimal contact now. My oldest son, he's got duty on Christmas Day, which when he told me that, I was like, well, that sucks, but he told me he actually volunteered for it so that a couple of the people that were supposed to have duty could have off because they have kids. And since my oldest son does not have kids, he offered to take the duty so they could be home with their kids. So that's my son. Very, very proud of him for that. That was very, very very, very awesome of him to do that. But that's just my son. He is that kind of person. He I mean, both my boys are just that kind of people. That's why they are the men that others go to for things, for, you know, for support, for everything. They are my heroes. So that was when my son told me that was just one more reason for me to know he's just absolutely awesome. Yeah, I used to say, you know, how did I get so lucky to have such wonderful kids? But I can't even say that because I raised them. So I know how I got so lucky because I raised them to be the men they are. And I can honestly say I did not fuck up. I may have fucked up a lot of things in my life, but I did not fuck up with my boys. They are amazing, well-adjusted men that others want to be around and that others absolutely look up to. And I couldn't be more proud. So definitely, I know how I got lucky because I raised them. And yeah, I can be proud of that. I don't need to be humble about it. So I did end up losing one of my tarantulas a few nights ago. Was doing my watering, and my rear horned baboon, Bok Tor, I found him dead in his enclosure, and I had no clue why he was dead. So I went to preserve him in resin, and when I did, that's when I found out why he was dead. He was a mature male. He had molted about 4 months ago, and he was only about 4 inches, so I didn't realize he was a mature male because he was only 4 inches, but he had his tibial hooks, so that's the only reason I can think of as to why he would be dead, because he was a mature male. So I got him preserved in resin, but I also have another one that's not doing good. My Salem ornamental Taya, he's not doing well. He molted about a year ago, and I'm pretty sure he's a mature male because I've had him for about 3 years. But he's an old world and he's a pokey, so they don't get tibial hooks, they'll get what's called boxing gloves on the tips of their pedipalps, where the pedipalps will get really, really big at the tips. But it's really hard to tell for sure that they're mature males. But I've been nursing him for the past 3 days, so, on top of being a very emotional therapy day, I haven't gotten a whole lot of sleep the past couple days because I've been nursing him, so I'm exhausted from that. But he's doing okay. Last night I put he's been in his terrestrial enclosure, and instead of that he's been in his arboreal enclosure, so instead I have him in a small terrestrial so I can keep an eye on him. And when I went to look in on him last night, I opened it up and he freaking leapt out at me. So obviously he was feeling a little bit better. I've been giving him his steam baths and just putting him in the bathroom with steam and heat. But I've also been giving him some crushed up flies and putting them in his fangs and just doing what I can to keep him comfortable and keep him fed. So he's doing okay, but I don't think he's going to survive too long. Unfortunately, that's just the nature of having male tarantulas, 3 to 5 years is the max you're going to get out of them. So there's just no way around it. As I was going back looking through my postings of molts on some of them, I noticed that my girl Solissa molted 4 times this year. She was one of them I got for Mother's Day last year from my kids, but she molted 4 times over the past year, so she has really been growing. So that's been pretty awesome. So yeah, that's been pretty amazing. And so if I lose Taya, that'll take me down to 53 tarantulas. So I'm not liking that I'm getting that low on them, but maybe I can talk my kids into getting me some for Mother's Day again this coming year. Maybe. We'll have to wait and see. So not much else going on. No other big plans for Christmas. Like I said, just plan on dinner. I'll rest up for the morning, go over there for dinner, and then come home. So no big meal. It'll just be leftovers with my aunt and uncle, which will be fine. I have no problems having leftovers. Of course, with the boys being military, they don't really, and both the boys' boats being in shipyard, they're not getting a whole lot of time off. Well, any time off, because, that's just the way it is. So, they'll FaceTime me, and that'll be cool. So that'll be good for me. I got no problems with it. My aunt asked me if I was decorating. I'm like, hell no. Ain't no reason for me to decorate, and nobody would see it anyway, so why bother? It'd just be something for Jet to get into and try and eat. So, ain't no damn reason for me to decorate. Last time I decorated for Christmas was 2008. And I don't plan on decorating again until I get told that the grandbabies are coming for Christmas. And even then, it'll probably be minimal. So, my poor back can't take it. So, no thank you. Got no reason for me to kill my back for decorating like crazy. I'm too old for that shit. So, but I hadn't made a video for a while, so thought I'd give an update. You know, I did have a fall on the what was it, 11, 10, 9, 8. On the 7th, I was going out to my truck, and there were some vines on my sidewalk that my feet got nice and tangled up in, and my ass hit the concrete nice and hard. I didn't break the concrete, but it tried to break me. Bruised my legs pretty good. Well, my knees, and hurt my back quite a bit. So I spent a week on bed rest. But luckily I didn't hurt myself too bad. Just nice bruises and some sore muscles, but didn't hurt myself too awfully bad. So klutzy me at it again. But other than that, I've been doing all right. So just got to be a little more careful. I don't do anything halfway. So I'm going to get off here and get back to playing on my Xbox. Kill everything that moves. Get under my covers because it's still fucking cold out. And I'm tired of being cold. Jet's sleeping at the foot of my bed, so I'm going to stick my feet under her and get nice and cozy. Hopefully take a nap because I'm exhausted. So I probably won't be making another video until the new year. So I hope everyone has an absolute happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and a very happy new year. If you travel, I hope you all are very, very safe out there, because there are a lot of idiots out there on the roads. And I hope you get everything you desire for Christmas, and that you get to spend it with your loved ones. So, I love you. I thank you for watching, and have a good one. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, from my heart to yours. Good night. I love you. Bye.